Hello, 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 everyone.
The temp is 18 Celsius, 40 minutes.
Forgot to have my webcam turned on. So, guys, we're just about to get underway on our full course formation lap.
Close the gap to the guy ahead.
Here at Road Atlanta. This is the VRS GT Sprint Series. We're here in the Lamborghini. We're going to do a full lap formation lap, so give us a chance to catch up on the intro I just missed out on. So, hope everyone's going great today. We're here, as I mentioned, at the Road Atlanta racetrack for the tail end of week 1 season 3. So if this is the first video you're catching on the channel, new subscriber or new viewer, or first time watching the season 3 videos, I'm not sure if the Imsa Haggerty series video went up for this one, but if you did, just going to touch on a few of the things going on in the channel this season, things to look forward to, a few changes that happened between season 2 and season 3. So yeah, set a pretty abysmal qualifying lap here, which was just not able to get hooked up, which sucked on a lap here. So we're starting pretty well down the order in P17, probably going to be second last or last split here at Road Atlanta, one of my favorite tracks. But yeah, so in case you're wondering what happened at the tail end of last season and whether we got promoted up to an A category license, just cast your eyes down to the right of my name, A 2.7. So we did manage to get over that 3.0 safety rating required for the promotion. The reason why you never saw that final video that bumped us up is because it dropped all the way back down to just under a 2.0 safety rating, but was able to claw back all the way back up and get over that 3 before the season wrapped up. So guys, we're just about to get underway here. If you do enjoy the content that you've seen or you're about to watch, please consider giving the video a like, subscribe and comment. We're looking forward to do some pretty awesome stuff this season. I'll outline it as the race goes on, but yeah, one of the big things is we're going to focus on the VRS GT Sprint Series as well as the Imsa Haggerty multi-class series. Really had a fun time racing that Imola week, as well as did a race earlier today and really enjoyed racing around Watkins Glen there.
Green, green, green.
Alright. Nice and cautious on the first lap. Which is always nice. One of the other big changes you'll notice is on the left hand side of your screen, just above the advanced panel, we've got a map with a few dots on it outlining where my car is represented
Hold your line.
by the red dot.
Clear right.
And then we've got all the other cars represented by the white dots with the
Clear right.
white dots represented with their number in the middle. So yeah, that's being run through SimHub. Wow, I feel all kinds of flustered this one here. It's not as smooth as the first race I did earlier today. But yeah. One of the awesome things I noticed, and you'll...
Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate.
Oh. That was very lucky to avoid all the carnage there. That'll be crazy to watch on the replay. I was also watching, I think it was the Mercedes behind me, on whether he was going to try to take it as an opportunity to get straight past me, but unfortunately he backed off as well because he saw that it was getting a bit skinny, a bit quick. And we were very lucky not to get net coded, no incident points for any silliness, which is great. So let's just settle back in now. Elizabeth is in this. I did a few races against her.
The leader's just done a 120.05.
Tail end of last season. She was pretty good. P8.
P8. That lap time was 128.00.
Alright, so between Season 2 and Season 3, two of the major changes that will affect this VRS GT Sprint Series is the BMW prototype is no longer a prototype. It is now a full-fledged race car in real life, and obviously in-game those changes have been reflected in the BMW GT3 car. So it is now a proper race car, which is always good. And one of the other exciting things is always when new cars get added. Obviously a few other cars were added.
Okay, Oliver, don't let this guy distract you.
But one of the changes that affects us is taking up a fair bit of real estate on my rearview mirror, and that is the fact that the Porsche GT3 has been added in to iRacing, so you can now...
Your lap time was...
On your right. Clear right.
If you enjoy racing the Porsche, you can run it now. Prior to this season, if you wanted to run with a Porsche, you either
it's now about
had to choose between the Porsche in the Porsche Cup Series, so the slightly lesser version, or you had to run it in the GTE category, which is obviously a different car. It isn't able to compete in the VRS Sprint Series. Also had additions like the Formula V, everything like that down in rookies, but yeah, they were the two major changes that affected VRS GT Sprint. Also, a few tracks had updates, and I'm sure we'll encounter those as the season progresses. One of the other big changes this season, or kind of with the channel that is exciting and up and coming, I'm pleased to announce that we'll be doing a playthrough of the Formula 1 My Career once that game drops in about 3 or 4 weeks, which will be very exciting. I'm just working out whether we'll be running that as a video series, or whether we potentially try doing that as a live stream option, just to use it as a way to engage with people. Also, given the format and the lengths of those kind of races, might be more conducive to a live stream format as opposed to like a video format. But we'll just have to wait and see. And as I touched on, we're really going to be focusing on our VRS GT Sprint Series this year, as well as the IMSA Haggerty multi-class race. I'm recording this video in the build-up to the French Formula 1 Grand Prix, which is going to happen in about 37 minutes. So once this one here wraps up, I'm pretty well going to watch that before I call it a night. But French Grand Prix is typically a very boring race. However, hopefully this one's exciting. So yeah, we've also got the MotoGP, which is currently happening as I record this video. It's live. I think that's the German MotoGP this weekend, and then we had the Darwin Triple Crown here in Australia, which was V8 supercars, Australian superbikes, and trophy truck racing, which I caught today. Shane Van Gisbergen,
The gap's now 2.4.
winning races 2 and 3,
Yellow flag, watch out.
and Chaz
Oliver,
Mostert
refueling
winning
window will
race
open
1.
after 16 minutes and closes after 28 minutes.
On your left. Hold your line. Hold your line. Clear left. Car left. Still there. Clear left. Right side. Hold your line. Clear right.
I'm sure I'm missing a few other facets of what's actually happening in the motorsport, but these are the motorsports that I'm watching. So that's why we also had, I think it was the 6 of the 8 hours of Portimao in the World Endurance Championship, but I'm just watching through that as I edit videos as well. That race happened pretty sure about a week ago now. I'm just a little bit late to the party in terms of watching it. So in the IMSA series, if you did catch that video, I did touch on the fact that I was running a low downforce setup on that track there. Given the straight line advantage I wanted in that race, I ran that one there and could kind of get away with it while still being able to maintain the drivability of the car. I tried to run with the similar setup, like the low downforce setup. However, found that the car was just really unstable and too hard to drive, so I thought I'll try the moderate downforce settings. I found the car to be a lot easier to manage. It was actually quicker for me around here as well. So we're running the moderate levels of downforce on the Lambo here at Road Atlanta. Similar to the last few races we've done as well, we're going to be able to run relatively late into this race before needing to refuel. I think we get to around the 27-28 minute mark, if memory serves me correct, before we need to refuel, which is always good. About the back of the car starting to step out on me there. I think this is a very fun track for me because I think it was actually one of the first videos I uploaded to my YouTube channel was at Road Atlanta. I'll have to check in post, but I am pretty sure that Road Atlanta was one of the first, if not the first, tracks that I raced at in the VRS GT Sprint Series, as well as the first video I uploaded, or one of the first.
Increased to 2.4.
But yeah, I really do love this track. It's a really good combination of corners. You can really string a good lap together when one corner kind of flows into the next. It is really a good track for that kind of kind of driving. It rewards you if you can flow and string good corners together. A few corners together, sorry.
You're pulling away from the guy behind. The gap's now 3.8. P7. That lap time was 121.03.
Wasn't sure if that Audi was gonna dash across my screen and straight into the firing line. Lead cars are pulling a pretty big gap up ahead. They got Takia bearing down on me. He's giving Waldmar the wave through. Up this corner.
Okay, Oliver, you've got half your fuel left.
So how long? 14 minutes? Yeah, pretty much about the 26, 27 minute mark we'll have to pop on in. Waldemar is slowly closing down on me. But if we just continue to run cleanly, just stay out of trouble, we'll be fine. Just focus on our own race. We're kind of in no man's land, which sucks, but I didn't want to get caught up in all those dramas there at the end of that first lap. I'd be curious to watch the replay back and see exactly what happened there, because typically you have dramas into this last right-hander here, especially if you are going that too wide. But it must have been a tap going into the braking zone or something like that, because it definitely went haywire for a few cars. Oh, that's the first micro stutter I've had in a while. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to tap my mic. So yeah, please feel free to let me know down in the comment section down below
Behind is reeling you in. The gap is now 1.2 seconds.
what kind of format you would prefer for the Formula One playthrough that we do. I would like to potentially try giving live streaming a go, but also might be easier said than done. I'm not sure how serious or how casual people would want the Formula One series to be. Would they want it to be like a hyper realistic, no flashbacks, nothing like that, you're playing through as if I was playing through an actual career in Formula One, or whether it would be like a more just have fun,
P6.
engaging with chat, all that kind of stuff. So we'll just have to wait and see. That's about 3 or 4 weeks away from happening. Hoping to get my hands on that one on release day though, and get stuck in. Ooh, Waldmar span. I think Takao may have gotten caught up in it. Nearing on the halfway point of this race. Here we go, about another 2.5 minutes of this one. Yeah, Elizabeth is the next car behind. Waldmar, I think Takao may have gotten caught up in that one there, because he's completely fallen off the relative and off the standings list.
The gap in front has increased. It's now about 12 seconds.
Feels like there has been a massive weight lifted off my shoulders, though. Now that I am in A class, don't have to stress too much about my safety rating and getting promoted up to the next.
Was at 121.37.
Getting promoted up to the next license category. I can focus now on having some really good hard racing, hopefully increasing up my I rating, getting us into higher splits and a little bit more competitive, cleaner races. Yeah, it feels really good to be up in category A license. We just have to keep at it and make sure we stay relatively clean, relatively safe.
Okay, Oliver, 10 minutes of fuel remaining.
And we've had a really good increase in positions this race. I think we're up 9 positions or 11 positions.
3.8.
We either started 15th or 17th. I can't remember off the top of my head. We'll have to check in the results tab.
The car in front is pitting. There's a car leaving the pits.
Have to be a back marker. Lorenzo won't be out of the pits just yet, I don't think.
Your last lap time was at 121.55.
A little bit too deep there, not heavy enough on the braking. One of the other things I might have to have a look through the patch notes and all that, but I feel like the weather is a little bit more dynamic. Like for example, the sun's obviously gone behind a cloud now, and the track's gotten a lot darker. The shadows have gotten a lot.
That's 20 minutes to go. Okay, Oliver, half distance. We estimate 8 minutes of fuel remaining.
And because that sun's moved, obviously the shadows have changed, but it feels like the weather's a lot more dynamic now. Obviously, iRacing hasn't introduced rain features or anything like that. However, it does feel like the weather is a lot more changeable during the day. I did notice that in the IMSA race, as well as the few of the time trials and practice sessions I've done here at Road Atlanta today.
P5.
Elizabeth is slowly but surely catching up onto the back of me, and
The gap behind is now 1.3 seconds.
hoping not to hold her up. I think it either may have been Phillip Island or after Phillip Island week last time that Elizabeth did spin me out due to an incident. I just want to be cautious with her being so close behind me. I think she is racing in the BM though. Does also look like I can just see her in my rearview mirror. She was sliding around a few corners, so he might be running a lower downforce setting, making the car a little bit more slidier through the corners. So she'll be faster on the straights, and I'll most likely be faster through the corners. Don't really want to get caught out.
121.77.
Car right. Clear right.
And now I've got a bend in the steering. I think I've got a bend in the steering. And a silly 4X, completely unnecessary. I did my best to avoid it, but she couldn't even pull the car up and out of the way. But she said sorry, she let us back through, so it's fine. But we've lost a lot of valuable time to Waldemar now. And yeah, car doesn't feel 100% anymore. I'm not sure if that's just psyche or
Alright, Oliver, we estimate you've got 5 minutes of fuel remaining. Hold your nerve, make them do the work.
might pit early just to get out of sync with Elizabeth. I'm not too sure at this stage. Just see what happens.
The leader, Brewer, is pitting.
Silly 4X, and we're having a really good race there. Just sucks that she can't keep it on her side of the track, unfortunately. Without keeping it into my panel work. I'm going to give her the position. I don't want to race it. She can end her own race.
On your left. Still there. Clear left.
Come on, mate, defend your position.
I can feel like something's loose through the wheel. Don't feel as confident on
15
turning.
minutes left. E6. Your lap times are increasing. Come on, get back on it. The car behind is pitting.
Let's just get our head down. Keep going.
The leader's pitting now.
No worries. How many laps? I reckon I'm going to pit at the end of the next lap and call it good.
The gap in front is now 1.0.
Hope she jumps in now. Nope, she stays out one more. Yeah, the car definitely doesn't feel as smooth.
You've just done a 121.09. Okay, Oliver, very little fuel left.
Yep.
Come into the pits at the end of this lap. Box this lap.
Alright. Coming into box this lap with plenty of fuel left in reserve. That'll mean a slightly quicker stop. We're also setting a PB lap, which is good.
The leader is pitting now.
Well, Adam pitted and he's come out already. He would have been the leader for sure, having that big of a gap.
What's your speed limit in the pits? Pit lane speed limit is
28 litres
72
going in,
kilometers per hour.
probably about 30, 31-ish.
2 litres remaining.
No tyres selected, cool. Just get rezoned. Have about 10 minutes left by the time we get out of the pit. What I find very surprising, I'm not sure if I just had a moment there, but I didn't say I had any optionals,
Pit
so
exit is clear. Push now.
no damage from what I can report, but we'll just have to see. That corner fresh out of the pits is so deceptively hard to just get right. Got Roger ahead. Roger, sorry, not Rogie. Very slow through there. Elizabeth will have to pit now.
The gap in front has increased to 4.9.
I think she did, again. There's no way the BM's that much better on fuel now. Just over 10 to go. Oh, a lot of that inside curb. I thought if I got on the power, it was gonna put me in a spin.
Okay, Oliver, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left. Nice and smooth with that throttle. Keep it balanced.
Waldemar is about 8 seconds behind. He was the car that had the spin out before, and I think put the cow out. And then now Elizabeth has just pit now. So, curious to see if we come out ahead or behind her. I think we'll come out behind her, but yeah. As much as it was annoying that she hit us in the way that she did, I can be very thankful that at least
121.36.
I was still able to keep racing. Like, at least it didn't meatball me and force me into the pits. And we're definitely not out of this still. There's still a fourth on the table here, depending on how hard they race.
The gap behind is now 8.1. Yellow flag.
Okay. Now, I'm not going to say what's good for one is good for all, but she did give us a fair whack, so if she's going to dish it out, she's got to be willing to take it.
The gap in front is now 4.7. Okay, Oliver, just keep hitting your marks. This is looking good. P5, sector 1 is 4.1, off the pace.
Thank you very much for that one, Gavin.
It's now 22 Celsius.
Made that nice and easy.
You've got 10 minutes of fuel remaining.
Who's Elizabeth getting upset with now? Is it Waldemar? But he's a second behind her, unless she's still upset about the other thing. But that's...
That was a 121.78.
Yeah, so we're falling kind of back into purgatory here. Hope the track map has helped. Not for me, I haven't really glanced over at it all that much, just assuming it's working and doing its thing, but it
Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate.
more meant for viewers that may not know the tracks as well, might not know the tracks at all, but just to kind of give you guys a reference and help build it up. You guys should also be able to know when we come back to certain tracks in different series or different seasons, be like, oh yeah, this is another race that Oliver's done a few months ago, a few weeks ago, a few days ago.
5.4 seconds.
So yeah, should help you guys out. I do my best to not look at things like even the advanced panel and everything like that is I don't really think Elizabeth should be getting into dive bombs. She might have to flash back to
5 minutes to go. 5 minutes.
the dive bomb that was put onto myself.
That last lap was a 121.45. That's good consistency. Keep it up.
I'm also pretty excited for the VRS Sprint Series this season. They're going to some pretty awesome tracks. Like, we got pretty lucky last season. The only track I really didn't enjoy was Circuit of the Americas, and that's when I did the IMSA Series that week. But this season I'm pretty excited at the tracks that we're going to. I know we're going... The season ender is at Canada, Circuit de Jacques Villeneuve's. I can't remember for the life of me where the other ones are, but it's a pretty exciting season coming up. So, yeah. Got about 4 minutes to go. Elizabeth is bearing down on us. She has 3.5 second gap on the relative. We just got to keep our nose clean, and if she catches us, she catches us. I'm not really going to have... Ooh. Ended. Due to another dive bomb from her. Not letting you pass me, mate. Obviously going to do it all cleanly if she's a quicker driver than me, which I have a feeling that she is. That's fine, but she's going to have to get past me cleanly.
Alright, Oliver, hold your nerve, just keep it smooth, no mistakes. Push now, the guy behind is catching.
Yeah, the guy behind me is on me. This was a pretty shonky lap, as well as the tail end of last lap was pretty shonky. But I'm going to fight hard for this P5.
Car right. Hold your line. Clear right.
The Gap behind's increased to 3.8. That's 5 minutes of fuel left.
Far out.
That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes.
I don't really think there's any need for any language like that in any form of sim racing. Carrying on like an absolute muppet just because she can't carry out a clean overtake. Maybe if she spent less time sooking and more time focusing on improving her racecraft, she wouldn't be worried about where she finished all the time. Just absolutely no need for nonsense like that in any capacity, and I do apologize. I might try in post to see if I can just blank out that entire might blank out the chat, or see if there's a way that I can disable it in my settings. It's all fun to have a laugh when someone makes a silly mistake or anything like that, but there is absolutely no need for vulgar language.
Sector 1 is 1.8 seconds off the pace.
And I hope she is registered as a DNF runner. Curious to see if this should be white flag here, I'm not too sure. If we're gonna have to run an extra lap. Puff of smoke in the air. Don't really have much time for people like that. It's all good to make mistakes. There is absolutely no issue with making mistakes. What the problem is when you blame other people for your own shortcomings and your own mistakes. Gavin's having a rough time ahead with a smoky car. I thought I was going to get lucky and have it be the guy in 4th place, but nope, it's Gavin. Oh, white flag now.
One more lap to go. We're running on fumes, mate.
And that is why I choose to overfill my cars, because in the eventuality that...
The gap in front is increasing. It's now 15 seconds.
In the eventuality that you do have to run...
Just 2 minutes left. 2 minutes to go.
One lap longer than everyone else just means you can. So we're coming into 2 strong results today. We had the win in the IMSA series, and by the way, people were just watching this one and not the last one. I'd strongly recommend going and checking it out. That was our first recorded win on the channel. So head over there, and then all things going well, provided I can get around this last corner cleanly, we're gonna have a 5th place after starting 15th or 17th down the grid. So I'm just gonna park it up here. And then
P5. Well done, mate. Good finish.
We're going to jump on into the results, guys. So what we're going to do, guys, we're just going to quickly jump on into the results, and then we'll get out of here. So, strength of field, 1433. 5 splits. We were 2nd split from the bottom. We lost 0.07 due to the contacts, believe it or not, both times with Elizabeth. However, we had a 65-point increase to our I rating, which is still a very good, very strong result. So I'm very happy with that one there. So yeah, guys, we're going to keep it short, sharp, and sweet today. And we'll catch you in the next video. I'm not sure where we're going next week, but if you've enjoyed the video, please consider giving a like, a subscribe, checking us out in the checking out the Twitter in the comment section down below. And we'll catch you in the next video. Bye.